Yes, my people. Welcome back. It's your boy Polka. We're back again with another banging video. If you're mid, you need some help, and I'm here to serve that purpose. So, we're going to be covering the 48 laws of power, continuing from where we left off. So, today we're going to be going through 10, law number 10, law number 11, and law number 12. You guys are going to absolutely love it. Hope you guys are motivated. Hope you guys are going to the gym. Hope you guys are brushing your teeth in the morning and in the evening. Hope you guys are getting checks from your GP. Hope you guys are getting checks from your dentist. Hope you guys are making sure that you're in the gym every single day. Hope you guys are eating very well and avoiding fast food. Hope you guys are avoiding to smoke cigarettes. And let's just get straight into this video, man. Today's going to be the best year for all of us. We already know this. And if you're new, welcome to the gang, welcome to the clan, welcome to the faction, welcome to the team. This is going to be our year. This is going to be our year. Yeah? Straight into it, guys. So from law number 1 to 9, obviously we covered the grounds of primarily just making sure that you focus on yourself and watch who you're around and don't try to be so much of a show off. So law number 10, I'm just going to start it from here. I won't do too much talking in and out of the video, but I'll obviously give my in-depth review. I'll break it down for you guys, yeah? I'm going to break it down for all of you guys that have no brains like me, or like the old me. So let's just get straight into this video.
Law 10 Infection. Avoid the unhappy and unlucky. You need to avoid unfortunate and unhappy people.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy this guy said this. There's no way there's a better law than this one. There's no way that, actually, tell a lie. There is a better one than this one. But this law number 10, avoid the unhappy and unlucky. Jeez. And I know you guys know people that are really unhappy in life or really very unfortunate, and they don't really care. They don't strive towards, they don't even attempt to become or to get out of their comfort zone to become better than they are right now. And this is a big one. Law number 10, avoid the unhappy and unlucky. If we could just stay around, like I always mention, stay around positive friends. Positive friends are going to uplift you, or positive friends will uplift you. Positive friends will give you the right idea. Positive friends will give you constructive and not destructive criticism. Positive friends will be there for you even when you're at your lowest lows. Positive friends check on you. Positive friends will make sure that they don't incite or inflict negative emotions into you. Positive friends don't shout at people. Positive friends don't discourage people, they encourage people. Positive friends bring less stress. Negative friends do the opposite. Anything that's positive, the opposite of that positive thing is a negative. Or if anyone's doing the opposite of a positive thing, then they're negative people. I'm not saying I don't do negative things. Like, yeah, I might do certain things that aren't the greatest, but I won't encourage someone else to go do that bad thing. All my friends can vouch for me. Like, I always, now the Paul now, the me now, Paul, however you want to say my name, Paul, I don't really care. The Paul now, I will always encourage, no matter whether I'm doing the worst thing in the world, I will always, even if I'm like freaking dropping off a cliff, like, bro, I will always encourage people to do good, even if I'm doing wrong myself in that specific moment. So avoid unhappy people. Just avoid. I'm not sure about unlucky. I don't really get that. Like, I feel like I'm unlucky sometimes, but most of the time I'm very fortunate. So I'm just grateful to even be alive, to be honest. This is why I also encourage you guys to gratitude journal, because it's very beneficial. It makes you grateful for the things that you're literally not aware in life. Like, the other day, I was grateful for the floor I walk on. I was grateful for my toenail. Like, literally, I was grateful for my toenail. just having a toenail. And you don't realize, like, certain things, you don't realize how important they are until you either lose them or you're in an issue with them. Like, let's say you cut your thumb, whatever. You're not gonna be able to wipe your bum easily if you've cut your thumb severely. You don't realize you use your thumb to cut, like, to wipe your bum. Some most people do. But if on your the hand that you use to wipe your bum, if you cut your thumb, you're not gonna be able to wipe your bum easily. And I've done it. I've been through that. So it's just like show more appreciation to what you do have, and eventually you'll probably avoid being an unlucky or an unhappy person, and people would want to actually be around you. I'm just gonna stop. I'm just going on a tangent. I'm like, just this one's a big one. Avoid people that are unhappy and stay away from people that are unlucky as well.
At all costs. Misery loves company, and these miserable people are going to drag you down with them. The urge to help these people can sometimes be very tempting, seductive even, but always remember that unhappy people will bring misery to your life as well.
So he did say like you can try to help them, but they will just try to bring you down. If this is a family member or if this is like a close friend, I would absolutely encourage. But that's the thing with people that are miserable, with people that are down in life. When you try to encourage them, they see you like you don't get where you don't get what they're going through. Of course we do. We've probably been through worse situations. We just see through that and we want to help you. But if those people don't need help, then in you have every means to be selfish and just focus on yourself. Avoid the inevitable. The more you hang around, see it like this. If you if you have five friends that are really close to you, and all of them are average or below average in terms of whatever they do every single day or their success, however you measure success. If they're like average people or below average, look at yourself and what do you envision yourself as? You are most likely average as well because you associate most of your time with these people that are average. So why don't you try replacing or swapping these friends with people that can be above or that with people that have the mindset of above average, the mindset of wanting or striving to do more, the mindset of actually or even actually achieving more in life. You see them doing better for themselves. You don't want to be around a circle of friends that are just below average or just like kicking weed every day, playing games, eating fast food every single day. Every single day, like I'm not saying you can't play. Like, of course you can play games, but within reason. Personally, I'm not playing any games this year. I'm just gonna put every single maximum effort into just trying to achieve and strive for more success. And then I want to see like where will I end up after putting 100% of my effort. Like I want to see how if I put 100% of my effort into things that are productive, I want to see where will I end up. And then if I still end up in the same place after being 100% productive, which is not that's not gonna happen. If I'm 100% productive, 10 times out of 10 I'm gonna become successful. But I just want to see where will I end up if everything I do every single day is just productive, or if I even minimize. Like think about it this way: there's nothing anything that's perfect means that everything that was wrong with that thing, anything that's bad has been eliminated. So I was reading obviously the 4 Hour Work Week by Timothy Ferris. I'm on like page 60 or something. Still haven't finished it. My reading pace is so slow. I'm still like trying to get into reading and stuff like that. So I was reading this book and obviously it said that perfection has no limit on advantages. So it's like, okay, I don't know if most of you guys are gamers or whatever you guys are into. I'm going to use this as an example. Let's say you're playing Call of Duty. You can have a perfect kill death ratio of like, you could have like 60 kills. If you keep getting kills and you have zero deaths, you're still having a perfect KD. No matter how many kills you have more, you're still going to have a perfect KDA. So Obviously, the minute you die, that's it. Your KD still will be, it will still say perfect, but you've died, so you don't actually have a perfect KD. When you have two deaths, it's divided by two. So let's use that as an example. But obviously, in this context, this is for ourselves. So let's say if we eliminate every single bad habit, if we eliminate every single bad habit, I'm not even talking about the good habits. If we can just focus primarily on eliminating every bad habit, then we are essentially perfect. If you can eliminate every single, so I would say this year focus on primarily trying to eliminate every single bad habit in your life. Don't worry about trying to bring more good habits, that will come eventually. Try to just eliminate every bad habit. It could be waking up late, sleeping late, not going to the gym or exercising, not eating healthy or not drinking enough water, not taking your vitamins. These are bad habits. Like not taking these things is a bad habit. You're resolving, you're getting yourself, in other words, for every bad habit you eliminate, you're essentially replacing it with a good habit, because to eliminate that bad habit, you would essentially have to replace it with a good habit. But let's just say for this specific example, I know I'm like just waffling at this point. If you, let's say you're a smoker, if you stop smoking, that's one bad habit out of the way. Let's say you eat a lot of fast food. If you eliminate that cause to eat fast food, you're gonna start eating. So this is what I was saying. You would replace it. So if you stop smoking, that time you spend smoking, you could replace that with another habit that could, in return, bring you like a better return of interest, or a better productivity, better success rate. If you if you let's say if you stop drinking fizzy drinks, then that's eliminating another bad habit. Let's say you're someone that bites your nails. If you stop biting your nails, that's eliminating a bad habit. Try to don't try to eliminate all of them. I would recommend attempt to eliminate maybe three of your major bad habits every month. Every month you try to eliminate, or even for 21 days. It takes 21 days to build a habit, so it could also take 21 days to eliminate one. So if you focus primarily on three bad habits every 21 days, by the end of the day, by the end of the year, you would have eliminated all your bad habits. And if you start with the ones that are like, if you start with the bad ones, I would say smoking is a bad one because it affects your health long term. Usually, anything that affects you long term, that's where you eliminate. I'm gonna stop talking now before you guys. I know so many people have clicked away, but this is for the people that actually want to see changes in their life. So I'm speaking to myself. Even if I'm the only viewer in this video, I don't care, because this is for me. I'm trying to improve my life. And I don't know about you guys. Maybe you don't, maybe you do. But this is for you guys and this is for me. So I'm going to carry on from here.
Law 11. Learn to keep people dependent on you. This
Hey, where's my water, man? This one. This law number 11. Learn to keep people dependent on you. Okay, so I know I've said that I'm not gonna watch like any movies and stuff like that. I'm potentially almost completely on my dopamine detox. There's just one or two more things that I need to completely rid myself of before I actually start my dopamine detox. And I'll try to also like show you guys as I do it, and like a summary showing you guys from day one to like the end of my dopamine detox. Well, alright, cool. Learn to keep people dependent on you. This is an amazing one. So I was watching Power, and obviously Power is like the 48 Laws of Power. I was watching Power. So like I have to watch. How can you not watch Power and you're freaking trying to improve your life and stuff like that? Like that's the only thing I watch that is like non, it is productive and it isn't at the same time. But so I was watching Power, and the main one of the main characters in Power, in book two. Oh, actually, I don't really want to spoil it for you guys. So let's just say one of the main characters. A lot of people are heavily reliant on him, and because of that, he hasn't died yet. So I'm not gonna spoil anything. But because a lot of people are heavily reliant on him, because he's put himself in a position where a lot of people need to rely on him. He has a lot of power now because people can't kill him, because if he's dead, then they it reciprocates back to them. He's put himself in a situation where no one can mess around with him, because they'll get they'll get what they'll get what's coming back for them. They'll get their karma, their fair share of reality. So learn to keep people dependent on you. So this is a great example. Obviously, I'm not going to say I hate, because you have to do this, but I don't really like working in companies. I prefer to work for myself on my own time. But if you're a very good worker, if you work better than every single person in your workplace, what's going to happen? Everyone's going to want to rely on you. Everyone's going to be dependent on you because you're the best at what you do. You're the best at in that specific field. You're the best employee in that company. That's just another example. But guys, learn to keep people dependent on you. And this is why I always reinforce, if you keep improving your life, people are going to become more dependent on you financially, mentally, physically, etc., etc., etc. So keep improving your life, and eventually people will become more dependent. This is why I keep telling you guys to read, to meditate, because you're more self-aware. You know what like people would want from you. So I'm not saying use this for bad doing, but if you're gonna do this for something good, for a positive reason, at least to stay alive, get some knowledge, get some IQ, become more physically, let people rely on you. It's a great feeling. I haven't completely got that yet. I'm still trying to work towards that, but it is a great feeling. And I bet you guys would know that. Like, if someone's relying on you, that's a great feeling. Because then, with that power, I can either use good or bad intent for them. I would always suggest using good. So if someone relies on me, I wouldn't manipulate or try to use them for a bad thing. Like, that's stupid. I'm beyond that. I'm trying to create world peace. I'm past being like happy or content or like rich. I wanna I want people to raise their kids to become leaders, to become great people. I'm like on the next step. I've passed self improvement. I've passed like motivation. I'm trying to make men leaders and women as well. Obviously, if you're a woman and you mess with my content, touche to you. I appreciate that. But let's keep going before I keep ranting on.
This is the law about squashing competition before it even becomes a threat. If you teach people how to live without you, sooner or later they're going to abandon you. If you want complete power, people have to depend on you. The more people you have that depend on you, the more freedom you're going to have.
Yeah, once again, more people that depend on you, more freedom you have because they're relying on you. They eat because you are alive. They are alive because you are alive, etc. The list goes on. It's having people depend on you is just it's such a great feat subconsciously as well. Like imagine how less stressed you would be knowing that people rely on you. Your mom, your dad, your siblings, your people back home, your friends, everyone just relies on you. That is just a great feat. That in itself is an accomplishment. And it's not you don't need to show like you don't need to boast about that. That's just a great feeling knowing yes, people rely on me. That's great. That's a great feeling. And I'm working towards that because I want that for myself because it's just a great feeling. A lot of people, majority of people rely on the government and they can use that reliability that you have on them against you. You don't know in the future how they might use all this universal credit, all this housing benefits, and it. What can I say? Obviously, if you're unfortunate and you have to rely on the government because of maybe a disability, I mean, I send my regards to you and I pray and wish you all the best because some people are just very unfortunate. But I, being a fortunate person, I am blessed to be able to even have the ability to breathe, to walk, to not have any health issues, underlying issues. This is why I want to improve my health so I can help other people that need help. I want to help everyone. I feel like everyone needs help, no matter what condition you're in. But before I keep ranting on, I know you guys are like, shut up and play the video. Yeah, forget you. Yeah, I'm here to bring you guys some knowledge. You guys listening to me right now, hopefully you're building your discipline. Hopefully you're building your self-control. Hopefully you're building your motivation. I don't really believe in motivation anymore. Motivation is great, but without action, it's useless.
Law 12. Use selective honesty and generosity to disarm your victim. People are usually wary of each other. If you always seem to be perfect and in control and selfish, then nobody is going to trust you. So be selectively honest.
This is such a great one. I think I only recently learned it as well. Like you've got to know when to be honest with certain people and what you tell them, what examples you use, what personal things your or personal troubles or issues in the past. Because sometimes when you're honest to certain people, they can use that against you. That's the issue with being honest with certain people. They use that honesty that you've given them to go tell someone else, and then that person hates you now because of just be selectively honest. Be honest with certain people that you feel you can be honest, or even generosity. Give to people that deserve to be given to. Give to or tell people honestly about your life that deserve or are that in a bad place, but you also trust them. So you give your own. For me, I don't really care. I could die today, so I just say everything as it is. Not everything. Like I don't say the certain stuff like me smoking weed and stuff like that. But obviously, like now I've said it, and I don't really care who. Wow. Okay. Well done. I bet you eat a lot of sugar. I bet you drink a lot of coffee. I bet you're hooked on watching TV. I bet you like I don't know what you do, but we're not no one's perfect. So I don't care if you judge me. I'm not gonna judge you. I'm not God. I let that I let God do his job. I'm not gonna do his job for him. But alright, cool. So be selectively honest because this is very important. And obviously I can even give an example. So there was one of my friends, he says, oh, he doesn't like his not really a friend, but just a friend. So there's one of these friends, and by the way, if you're watching this video and you are my friend, don't feel offended. And if you are, then you're a pussy. Alright, cool. So there's one of these friends, and obviously he says he says like he does his parents, they like he doesn't like his parents and stuff like that because they shout or they're too hard on him and stuff like that. I told him personally that I told him like what I've been through personally with my parents, and this video I'm not really gonna get into it too much, but I've been through a lot in life and it is what it is. We live to learn, and through our mistakes, that's what makes us who we are today. So I told him my past experience, and he was shocked. He was like, geez, like, wow, you've been through even worse than I have. And I told him, listen, you shouldn't blame your parents for treating you the way they treat you. Because one, maybe they're uneducated and they actually haven't learned the right way. That's probably why they shout at you. Two, they're stressed, or they might be going through long term illnesses with certain issues. Three, they're your parents. They have every right to shout at you, to maybe not hit you. I think hitting is where you're crossing the border. I think hitting is absolutely wrong. You shouldn't hit anyone on no circumstance. Hitting is absolutely wrong. Within reason, but yeah, hitting is wrong. But yeah, shouting, even all that angry negativity. Yes, I feel like me obviously growing up, my parents would stop me from letting out my anger, which is wrong because then it builds up inside of me and then I let that out in school and other places where they're not around. So let's let's try come back to what we're talking about. Selective honesty. I was honest with him. I told him, listen, they're your parents. Don't blame them for the way they act. Encourage them every single day. Encourage them. Even when they're shouting at you, listen to them. Don't raise your voice. Don't try to get into an argument. Listen to them. Encourage them. Don't blame them for anything they do because you don't know what they've been through in life. Maybe they told you, but they might not have told you everything. They might not even remember everything. And don't complain. Don't complain about it. You don't need to tell. I'm not saying, yeah, fair enough, he told me, but don't complain about it. We're not here to complain about negative things in our past. We build off that as and we use that as motivation. Don't blame or complain about anything. Those are two things you guys should definitely take value from. Because blaming and complaining about things, they bring no value to us. You could blame someone about everything in the world. That solves no issue. But if you give them constructive criticism, if you relate with them, this is literally what selective honesty is. You relating with that person by using your own personal experiences to actually encourage them to do better for themselves. And in doing so, even if it's just that one person you've helped, they're going to go tell their family. They're going to keep that in their head when they're raising their kids. They're going to apply that same method that you used. Like complaining as well is stupid as hell. You're complaining about something that's happened in the past, but you're probably most likely in a better situation now. I am a victim of this. I used to blame and complain about everything. I used to be a troll and then also complain and blame about everything. I'd put myself in situations that would bring trouble, then I'd blame and complain about that person bringing the trouble towards me when I started it. So blaming and complaining is stupid. Stop doing that, guys. Absolutely a waste of time. Rather, use that to eliminate bad habits. Use that to do better for yourself. And that's the way to go forward in life.
Tell them a secret that you don't really care about, but make it seem like a big deal. Be kind to them in a way that makes it seem like you care about them. This way, you can disarm your victim and take advantage of them.
See, obviously, in the 48 laws of power, they use it like this is a way to use someone against themselves. Like you can be honest to try get close. I'm not that type of person. If I genuinely care about someone, I will be selectively honest with that person. Even some people I don't really like. For me, I just love everyone, and yeah, I'll probably face my issues, and I don't know. I just love everyone equally. Even if you're an enemy, I just love you the same way. I love everyone. It's just the way I was raised. I might die because of this, just loving everyone. But I love everyone equally. I love like I know this sounds stupid. I love criminals. I love people that do good. I love people that do bad. Like I just love everyone equally and I treat everyone in that same regard. But guys, I hope you have gained some value from this video because I definitely did. I 100% gained some value. It's been your boy Polkadar. Yeah, we out this. We out. We